I didn't like 4th grade as much. This year's still a little bit fuzzy to me compared to the others. A lot happened, but it was my least favorite year. This was the first year that we changed classes, like high schoolers do. When the bell rang, we had like 2 hours in each class or something. And I remember I absolutely hated science class. I remember I didn't like the teacher. It seemed like she always paid more attention to the popular kids. And then we had to do science projects that year. I always hated those. I thought they were completely stupid. I never did my homework in there, which, was no big surprise. And then I think it was my least favorite class my whole elementary experience. And then I was on the academic team that year. I was in history and I think math. I'm not really sure about that one. And then me and Kayla were in different categories. She had science and something else, which sucked. I never studied for the academic team either, which I should have. But I remember this one really popular girl named Hannah transferred to our school that year. And she was on the academic team in the same category as I was. And everyone thought we were such good friends, and that I was the only person she would talk to. They still think that, but we never talked. It was just we was in the same category and stuff. We sat beside each other. I remember we didn't do too good in competition. We won once and lost twice or something. We didn't really care. We never studied. It just got us out of class and we got to go eat, so we were happy. And then I remember a boy named Joseph Turner transferred to our school that year. His name was very similar to my half-brother's name. I never met my dad, so, or any of his kids by his wife. And my mom kind of started freaking out when she found out he transferred because she thought he was my brother. And I remember her saying, how much fun the field trips would be. It turned out not even being him. And then Kayla had a boyfriend that year. His name was Justin. And on Valentine's Day, he brought her, his homeroom teacher, my homeroom teacher, and me a white flower. I think it was a lily, maybe. It was kind of odd that he got me and her both one. I don't know, it might have just been because we were best friends or something. And then we had our sex ed class this year. Kayla's mom wouldn't let her go to it. I don't blame her. It was stupid. It pretty much said you're getting ready to change and it's gonna suck. They did teach us how to defend ourselves if we were ever getting raped, though. They told us to grab, twist, and pull. That was real fun for the 4th graders. And then I remember I was one of the only girls with boobs that year. I was a little older and I developed a little quicker. But I remember that was the year I got my dreaded period. All of my friends were so jealous, because they hadn't got theirs yet, but they had no idea what they were missing. I was like one of 2 that got mine that year. And then I remember I was very self-conscious that year. That was the year I had to start shaving my legs, and worrying about pimples and, making sure my hair was right and everything. There was a lot of changes I went through that year. I guess that's why I didn't like it that much. And then that year, it flooded. And it messed up our house. It had something to do with the coal company and a pond overflowing or something. But either way, another company said that they would either repair your house or build you a new house, worth the same value as your other one. Well, we ended up having them build us a brand new house because, the other one was about to fall apart. And they would even pay for our rent for us to live somewhere else. And we ended up living in this trailer that wasn't big enough for 5 people to live in. And it had sulfur water. It stunk. And the bus didn't run where we lived, so I had to have my Uncle Shannon, he lived with us, take us to school every morning. He worked 5 minutes from the school at the cemetery. Creepy. And then I had to go home with Linda, my 3rd grade teacher, in the evenings because he didn't get off work till 5 and school was over 3:30. That was good because she was a really good cook, so I got to eat really good every evening. But I think they finally got it done this summer after 4th grade was over. But a lot happened in 4th grade. I really didn't like it. I mean, they had to tear our house down, and I just went through a bunch of changes, and it kind of sucked. But, that was 4th grade. I guess I'll see you at 5th grade.